Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Coffee Corner. Today is your episode 68. I think so. Let's get started. I think having this channel gives me a lot of opportunity to communicate with other people and share similar experiences. Sometimes I'm very happy that my story, my experience can inspire or help or support a lot of you there. So that makes me feel really grateful to have this channel and to have this connection with you guys. I have this message. I got this message. She was talking about she was preparing for a very important exam and she got very anxious about it. And then she, of course, had a lot of stress and kind of like I felt burnout. So I told her, I was not trying to be, oh, I'm nice to you. I was sincerely telling her that, oh, you know what, I've been there, and everything you said there, is this what you mean? And is this what you're talking about? And she was like, yeah, exactly. And that's because, remember, whatever you see right here, I've done a lot of work to get here. So you might think I'm a good student, but I'm not. Anyway, so why am I talking about this is I want to say, after so many years of going through challenges, difficulties, and then, a lot of downtime, and I realized the one thing that how we grew up really shaped what we think and what we react to a lot of things, which is we think this thing is very, very, very important in our whole life. If we can't get it, if we don't achieve it, then that's the end of the world. That's how we grew up. At least that's how I grew up back in China, and especially with my parents, they have definitely a lot of expectations on me because I'm the only child, and then they always wanted me to do really, really well. The problem is I'm not that kind of good kid, right? So I never had a chance to perform in an excellent way or excel any kind of things. So I never made them proud. I mean, they might be proud of me at some point, but never be like, oh, you did a really good job. It will be like, you did a really good job, but next time you could do better or something like that. So I think for a long time, I was in that kind of situation. I just didn't know what to do to change my life, change my fate, or even change my, whole direction, just because I felt like I got stuck there. And then doing the exam, trying to get to a graduate program was my only goal. And I feel like in my whole life, that was the only thing I had to do. And that was the only thing that mattered to me at that moment. If I didn't do it, I'm just going to, might as well just die or something, because there was no point of living. There's no meaning in my whole life or something like that. So I made myself very, 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 very extremely stressed back then when I was preparing for my graduate exam. I did three times. The first two times, I wanted to get into the my dream school. And of course, I overestimated my ability, and my English was really terrible. And I thought I was good, but I apparently, had no sense of my own ability. So I failed epically. And then the third time, I finally gave up my dream school. I said, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do my own school, and I'm sure I will get in. And of course, I didn't get in. I think that was when and then I wrote a diary about that, and I was saying that something like, this is the last try because I've done so many times, and I wasted 3 years here doing nothing. So there will be the last time if I didn't get in, that's the end of my life, and that's the end of the world. I was really negative about myself, about a lot of things. So I put a lot of pressure on myself back then. Every day I woke up trying to be the diligent person, trying to be the effective or efficient person, because I wanted to, I feel like I was able to learn a lot, remember a lot, but somehow I'm the kind of person that I do have ability. If you ask me to do things, if you ask me to talk about that, or if you ask me to apply my knowledge, theoretical knowledge into practice, I could definitely do it, but when it comes to exams, tests, the things, I never do good jobs at I never do good jobs at exams. I don't know why. It's just everybody say, "Oh, you're so outstanding," and then when you take an exam, they're like, I don't know what happened to me. So anyway, and then I talked to this girl. I definitely felt her a lot. It just a lot of her words, a lot of her experience and feelings there. It's so relatable, just because I've been there. And I think what she was trying to say is she felt like she just couldn't take more. And but if she paused and she said, I'm gonna just I'll go for a walk and maybe just have fun for take a break or something like that. And then she felt like she's not taking a break from her study. She's actually doing something really bad that stopped her from studying better. And that even makes her more anxious about, oh, I'm already, falling behind because other people are working really hard. And I said, well, I still have that kind of feeling that every time when I enjoy my life or when I start to do something fun, I feel like other people are working so hard towards their goals and I'm doing nothing and I just stop right here and stop moving forward. And that's because, we think this thing is too important. We make it the focus of our life. And we just assign too many meanings or too significant meaning to this goal or to this thing, that to the point you're blind, right? You can't see other things. I think, talking about myself, the experience back then, I was like, if I didn't get it, of course everything was meaningless back then. But then now I'm thinking you can't have one goal, and that is really important for you. But what you need to remember is everything is important to you at that moment. It is not a lifelong thing. The exam is important because you need to get in, you need to get a degree, and then you will have a good job, and then your life will be kind of guaranteed in the future. But you will realize that after the exam, and that's just a start, right? This is the end of the one stage, and then you will step in another phase and start a new life, and then you have a new challenge and new focus. And then everything you went through with that has gone, right? So you once you realize that kind of, what's the word? Mentality. Once you have that kind of mentality, you will realize it is important, but I shouldn't say that's the most important thing in my life. You can say that is the most important thing in my life right now, but don't think that's just the only thing. You still have to have different focuses, different goals to help you distract yourself from that. Then you can be a better person. What I mean to be a better person is not like you're like better than anyone else. To be a better person is you know how to set priorities. You know this is the most important thing right now, but also you have a life you need to go on. You need to live the life. And that's something that will help you a lot to take the stress off your shoulder. And I know it well. It's always easier said than done. So you'll be like, yeah, because you already passed that. Yeah, I do understand. If somebody told me that, I would be like, yeah, of course I know that. But I think what you can do is don't just focus on one thing in your whole life. Focus on one thing at this moment. So let's say that girl, she's studying and she's trying to be better. She's trying to get better results out of the test, sure. But also you can do something else. And remember, doing something else is not a distraction, like not really distraction. Doing something else will help you build yourself in a comprehensive way. So, for example, if you just can't, if you're like me, I'm not a morning person, right? So I can't really study well in the morning. So in the morning, what I do is I will listen to podcasts, and I like podcasts, and I will learn a lot about helping me with a lot of things. So I open my mind and I learn listening, I learn English, things like that. It's still another way to learn, but also I enjoy that and have fun. Not like I'm not really studying. So in the afternoon, I'll start my whole procedure of learning everything. Then I will take a break in the evening And what I do is I will jog, or I will do skipping. And when I do that, it's a way to stop my mind spinning, so I can forget about everything, right? So the difficult part is in the evening, you're by yourself in bed trying to get sleep, and you think about a lot of things, and your brain is working so hard to the point that you feel like it's gonna break down sometime. Uh, but I think exercise or workout, in those, especially those brainless workout, that will physically drain you to the point that you just have no energy to think about those kind of things, and then you will fall asleep right away and then wake up with a new you, and then you start your whole day again doing the same routine. And if you're bored of your routine, and then you can change to a different way. But I think the most important thing is you have the courage to try new things, right? Don't be like, oh, you just think. Thinking is good, but sometimes thinking is a dangerous thing, because you might overthink. And when you overthink, a lot of things will become your obstacles in your way, right? So you will be like, oh, I can't really do that because of that. And then they become excuses, and then you will stop. So for a lot of you, for me too, I'm talking to myself, I'm thinking what we can do better is to stop thinking too much, and then do some physical workout. And then that physical workout will help with your mental health. That will help you give your brain a little break from whatever you're doing right now. And then, the best thing is, because you work out, you have a nice body and you have a good health. And then you look at yourself, your whole person is glowing, and then you'll be really happy. And when you're so happy, you do a lot of things in really effective and efficient way, and then you'll be like, oh, I'm doing everything really good. And then you get a better results because of those kind of things. So that's what we call chin effect, right? So that's what I figure out about about myself. But now, if I think about 10 years ago, like in my middle school, in my high school, in my university, all those sorts of things, I will be like, I'm so stupid back then, because I wasted time on thinking about things rather than doing about things. And what if I really take advantage of the time and try to get myself better in many ways, academically, physically, and even mentally? I can become a fun person, I can be pretty, and also be very capable. But of course, I focused on being capable rather than being, a person, a human being. And then now I have to do a lot of things to make up for mistakes I made before. So for you, or for many of you, whatever you're doing right now, either you're doing your job that you don't like, or you're studying for something, you're so stressed out, you have a lot of goals, you need to pay your mortgage, pay your bills, or you need to find a job, or you're trying to graduate, finish your thesis, you're trying to get in a graduate program, or you're trying to get in university, you have to remember that is really important at your age, at that right moment. But that is not the only thing. You have to have other things to do to help you take a break and learn better in different ways. Because studying is not the only thing you can do for your life or to make your life better. There are a lot of things that can make you live a better life. And then can you do that at the same time, which also will, work well with each other and help you become a better person. So that is what I want to say today in this episode, is you can focus on one thing, but you have to remember that one thing is important, but not the most important thing in your whole life. It is one of the most important things in your life at this moment. Once you figure that out, you will think better, and you can make a list of what you want to do that to stop you from working too hard. And of course, I do not recommend short videos, right? So those TikTok videos or something like that, I really do not recommend that. I'd rather do workout. I think workout is something that can physically change you, and you can see the changes. So it's visible. when you see a visible change, you're happy and you're willing to do more to change yourself, and that will bring you better results of doing a lot of things. So that is my advice. I feel like I've been lecturing a lot recently, so I don't know why, but hopefully you won't get bored. And yeah, I'll think of better topics next time. Bobby is sleeping. Anyway, so it's really hot. Hope you like this. And again, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and give a thumbs up. And also, I do have podcast. If you like podcast without, if you don't like this face and you want to just listen to me, of course, you can definitely head over to Spotify, Apple Podcast, or Google Podcast, wherever you get your podcast. Just look for Base Coffee Corner. If you are in China and you're listening to some other apps, so I do have Himalaya and 小宇宙. Just look for 长安小贝儿. So same name there, and you will find me there. So hope you like this. Bye.